today. There we go. We're on the record.
Okay, what's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for joining. 24 viewers. Now we have 9 up in here. We do appreciate you. We will stay consistent. This is Living Your Purpose. And I'm here with my fabulous colleagues, Danielle, the VP, right over here. We got Jamila Corbett over here. And we're going to, basically it's a very interactive blab. So we want your feedback as well. We do have a chair for those who feel like they want to participate in the topic. And the topic today is self-doubt and building your confidence. So we're going to go into audio only with Jamila, with Danielle, the VP. All right, so.
Sorry.
Oh,
look, as long as you guys
perfect.
Can hear
that's
me.
Perfect. All right,
I'm good.
So what we're going to be discussing is regarding self-doubt. Now, self-doubt is something.
Hang on. Let's introduce
yourself, SJ.
I can't
introduce yourself.
Oh, before I even go into the topic, thank you. My name is SJ from Inner Soul Development. What I am is I'm a personal life coach and transformational speaker. I speak regarding human behavior and also speak regarding journey and purpose and success. Okay. And then we have over here, Jamila Corbett. Go ahead.
My name is Jamila Corbett, pronounced Jamila Corbett, just for the record.
Jamila.
And I help you authentically communicate your value and your message to the rest of the world. I'm a brand strategist, and of course, I'm an entrepreneur. I own a digital marketing agency. I basically, my whole journey in a nutshell is I quit my job in 2012 and never looked back, was able to scale my company and live out my purpose, build other companies, and in the process of scaling those as well. So I'm happy to be here, happy to participate in the conversation and helping you live your purpose.
And my name is Danielle K. Anderson, also known as Danielle the VP. I'm an entrepreneur, makeup artist, and interfaith minister, as well as many other things. And I'm living my purpose now in helping people to find themselves and their spirit in their everyday life and in business as well. So thank you guys for joining. We appreciate it. Okay, SJ, now you can talk about this.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Okay. Once again, I thank Jamila. And, Danielle. I thank Jamila.
Thank you.
And Danielle, the VP, for joining me in this topic. And once again, the topic is self-doubt. This comes across with a lot of people who deal in their personal life as well as in their business. They may start something and then they incomplete it because they may come across some roadblocks throughout their journey. And that roadblocks or mistakes may cause you to have some type of self-doubt in yourself, whether or not you can achieve or move forward to the goal that you're going after. And self-doubt is natural. That's actually a human behavior. It's actually something that you can overcome and can counteract with different steps that will help you move along your way on your journey. Anything else you want to say about that? Or I could talk forever about this topic. It's nothing. So I mean, if you want to chime in.
Well, thank you for sharing and telling a little bird, Dania. Thank you so much. I think that a big factor in self-doubt is other people. When we allow other people to tell us that we can't do something or we ought not do something, we don't have the confidence in ourselves. We believe others before we believe ourselves. And because someone else may not be able to do the things that you are looking to do, then they will put that onto you, and it feeds your self-doubt. So I think one of the most important things in that is to not worry about the things that other people say about you, because can't nobody be you but you.
Amen to that. And for me to chime in, You know, I think we all struggle with self-doubt, no matter what stage of the journey you're on. I still struggle with self-doubt, even though I'm an entrepreneur, and from the outside looking in, it looks like I've made it. But on the inside, I'm like, man, I don't know if I can go any further. I don't know how much further I can go. I'm always questioning if I'm good enough. And I think that's healthy. But I also know that there's also a voice inside of me that says, hey, you are enough. You are worth it. You know, you will make it. And whatever making it is to you, it's about staying on that journey and staying true to yourself and overcoming that self-doubt by listening to your intuition. And ultimately, when the voice inside of you is stronger than any other outside voice, than all the other opinions, then I think you've mastered your life.
And that's 100% correct. I do agree with that. Even when I started out, about 4 or 5, well, I always had wanted to do my own business or step out on my own, but I always doubted myself, and that's why I stuck with the 9 to 5, and I kept doing it, and I was so unhappy because it was something that I was not able to do. It's something that I did not want to do, and a lot of people told me, this is SJ, you need to go and do that because you feel more better in that area or that arena. And I doubted myself, period, about starting my own business, making my own company, having a client, how I'm going to be able to do that. I was unaware. I was very green to the whole situation, but I started to realize that as I studied, that there's a lot of potential that I have and I can be able to do, and I've done it. And I've met amazing people like Jamila and the Danielle, the VP. So, and I'm proud. I'm happy about that.
I think that's a really important point you made. You said as you study. I think another way to counteract self-doubt and to build confidence is to educate yourself. A lot of times we're afraid of things, or we doubt ourselves because we think we can't, because we never have. But the more information you have on anything it is that you want to do, you are now arming yourself with the tools that you need in order to progress and move forward and do whatever it is that it is that you want to do. So that's a very important thing, and I stress that often with people, is to educate yourself, and that will help you
and
be
education to multiplying what you said. It's not enough just to educate yourself. You have to apply the education that you've learned. And so once you start applying that knowledge, you become more self-confident because you realize that everything that you need is already within you. And once you start executing, then you gain more confidence in every step of the journey. You're like, okay, I did this, let me push myself a little further. Let me see if I could do this. And then you accomplish that goal. And then it's like, okay, then you get your second win. And that's how people excel, is that they build upon it. It doesn't happen overnight. Self-confidence, from self-doubt to self-confidence, doesn't happen overnight, but you build upon the foundation that you create by applying the knowledge that you've learned in these books, by applying the knowledge that you're learning from mentors, by applying the knowledge that you're learning from school. It's a natural and incremental progression.
Yeah, I agree with that. And once you realize, see, you have to understand, self-doubt is something that sometimes people are conditioned to be. It could be from repetition from their parents. It could be their environment. A lot of things that other people say can lead to self-doubt and make you kind of question whether or not you can even follow any type of goal. So it goes way beyond. I mean, once you study, yes, but you have to realize at that point, once you study, where you are in a space of time. Once you realize where you are, then you can actually go further and try to study and learn about yourself, because it's all about self knowledge. But you have to learn about where you are in a span of time. And one thing that I think Danielle mentioned is that we have a problem with comparing each other's journeys with one another. Like you have to stop comparing your accomplishments or that person's accomplishment with yours. You have to understand each person's journey is totally different, and the way they get to where they got to go is a totally different process. So we don't want to start comparing ourselves to other people. We have a habit of doing that. A lot of people do that to see where they are and how they can get by looking at another person. It doesn't work. Everybody's journey is different.
Yeah, and Onion Girl says education can also is something that you can also learn on the job, not just in an academic setting. I totally agree. I think the whole world is a classroom. Your life is a classroom, and you either understand the lessons or you repeat the class. So you're either going to make those changes or you're going to repeat the same mistakes. And you can learn, on the job, wherever you are. You can learn in the classroom setting. I always like to say that my education began once I graduated from college, because I got that real world experience. I was able to learn on the job. I was able to learn through books. And I think every situation, every lesson, whether positive or negative, is an educational experience that we can take away from.
Absolutely.
You got to say that again. You cut in and out, Danielle.
Oh, I said the best way to learn is by doing the best.
Yeah, we can hear you clearly, but we can't see you, but that's okay.
Okay.
All right.
Listen to the message. Don't worry about the messenger. Okay. The best way to learn is by doing. Sometimes the only way out is through, because you can read all you want and you can be told things all you want, but if you don't do it, it's not going to happen.
Right. Via Sang said, you should always be striving to learn. I went to college, have 3 degrees, but we can learn from everywhere. YouTube, university, Dr. Google. I'm always striving to learn more and doing more. And that's 100% correct. You have to, every step is a journey into your higher self. So, that's perfect. Google is around forever. That's always going to be. I mean, everybody has to strive to do more. And once you strive to do more and learn more, then you can actually learn how strong you are. See, it has to start with you. You have to know how strong or where you are as far as your potential. Know that you can do it. Know that you can get to that space where you need to grow. You have the ability, but you have to study and learn yourself to realize that, yes, I have the ability to do it. And once you get that confidence in yourself, then that self-doubt, you're always going to have it, but it's going to minimize because you're starting to learn about yourself and your potential. And then when you realize your potential and where you are in the stream of time, you can definitely overcome self-doubt and counteract that. Another way that you can try to counteract, which is really, really good, is write down your accomplishments. I think I believe that everything is a writing down process. I tell my clients that. I tell group people when I speak in group sessions, I tell them always write or have something to write down. Write your accomplishments down. Every accomplishment that you ever had, whether it be 2 years ago, last week, last year, because what that does is that allows you to see, I got from there to here. Now I'm ready to go from here to my greater self. It's possible. And then you grow from there. But write your accomplishments down. I think that's very important. That's very important to have some type of journal of your accomplishments that you've gotten so far. I think that's good.
Agreed. And it's something else that you touched on is the language that you use when you're talking to yourself. Instead of saying, how can I do this? Or why, why should I do this? Say, how can I do this? Ask that question. Ask open-ended questions to yourself instead of saying, I can't or I don't know how. You say, figure it out. If that, whatever it is that's holding you back wasn't an issue, then what would you do?
Mm-hmm.
Ask yourselves the question and make it real.
And to kind of touch on a point that you made a little earlier, SJ, is people comparing themselves to other people. Like, we have a tendency to compare our behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel. Or another quote I like is, we're always, what's the quote? I can't even think of it. It escapes me, but we're always comparing our chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 15. And so those are the two quotes that are just applicable to this whole conversation. And we, that causes self-doubt because we're comparing our struggles to someone else's highlight reel. And it's like, dang, they made it. They know this, they know that. But everyone started at the same point. Like, we're all fundamentally the same. And we all start with a blank slate. So even though, and I struggled with this as well when I first started out in business, I was trying to compare myself. Listen to this. I was trying to compare myself to like Oprah and like Jay-Z and all them people that are like super successful, like Bill Gates. I'm like, oh man, I'm never gonna get there. I'm this, I'm that. And what I had to realize is that I am on chapter 1 in my entire life. I will get to where they are. I just have to keep going. I just have to keep learning. And that's it. That's all you have to do is, instead of trying to compare yourself to someone else, just continue learning and doing the best that you can, because that'll cause a lot of self-doubt, is if you continuously try to compare yourself to all these other people that have made it. But you can make it too. You can get to where you want to be and where they are. You just have to keep going. And that's what I realized. That's what the thing that activated in me, is that I am just like them. I am the same as the most successful people that I admire. The only difference is the lack of education that I have, but I will get there. The lack of knowledge, the lack of applicable experience, but I'll get there. You just have to keep going and keep walking.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you have to understand as well is that going along with Jamila's point is that you got to understand you are unique. You know, you are a unique individual. Everybody's on this earth for a purpose. There's a reason why you are here. And there's a reason why everybody has different fingerprints. Okay, everybody's different. And they all have their own different personalities, and they all have a reason or some type of impact that they're going to make. But the most important thing is that you have to actually learn about yourself. Take the time to learn about yourself, okay? You have to shed the layers and realize where is this coming from? Where does it stem from? What's the pathology, okay? So once you realize that and you actually meditate and realize exactly who you are, then you can understand where that self-doubt came from. Because like I said, self-doubt is a state of emotion. Okay, so you have to realize that state of emotion can be counteracted by you understanding who you are. You are a product of repetition. You are conditioned. You are programmed. So there's some way or some form that you could be able to get to yourself, know yourself, and learn yourself. Because some people think they know who they are and they really don't. See, once you realize who you are, then you could be able to see where that's coming from. And like I said, most of the time, it's us comparing ourselves with other individuals, or having another individual, what their opinion is, be the highest value and standard that we go by. That's another issue, okay? So, a lot of people value what other people say. And that's an issue. That's a problem. That will cause self-doubt, okay? Because now you're looking at other people and their opinions and their values and how they feel about you. And that makes you kind of question whether you can go on your own and do your own thing.
Agreed. Okay, so we have people that are itching to get in on the conversation. So first up, we have Wayne Hatter.
Wayne, what's up?
Hey, Wayne, welcome to the Love Seat.
Love Seat. We got him?
He's joining.
Hold on. I'm on my whatchamacallit. Give me a second. I was doing some testing in my other Blab. I'm sorry.
Multitasking.
Let me get back on.
Sometimes
there we go.
It's like that.
Yeah.
Welcome. There he is. Welcome. Thanks for
joining.
Hi,
how you guys doing today?
Good.
Great.
Fantastic. Oh, I am fantastic. I just wanted to chime in. You were spitting some knowledge over there. And I started thinking about a situation that I was in today. I was hosting a Blab, and a gentleman came on, and he started making suggestions about my business, right? And so, I silently snapped, right? Keeping my cool, right? And I'm thinking, I didn't ask this guy for his opinion. And this kind of goes back to what you're saying, follow what you do, stop trying to compare yourself to other people, because on that same token, there are going to be people who's going to come to you that say that they're experts in this and that or whatever, and then they're going to just start throwing advice. But here's the thing you got to remember. You can't let anyone give you advice if you don't ask for it. Bottom line, because people are going to give their opinion. They're going to say, oh, well, you should be running your business like this. And I'm just like, yo, slow up. Okay. I didn't ask for that. Okay. My business is running the way it is right now because that's the way I want to run it. So when I need help in a certain area, I'll reach out to those certain people to get that information or to get that guidance. Yeah. So I just want to kind of slide that in there because that's
No,
important
that's
too.
Right.
yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yep.
You have a lot
And
of
I think
people
it's
that-
important for us to put our, sometimes we just have to put our blinders on.
Yep.
Like I know my vision, as you know, especially as the CEO, like we're visionaries and we have the vision for our company already. And so we can't allow other people to just whisper in our ear because no, you don't know my vision. My vision is between me and God. And you don't know, the message that I receive. So you can't tell me how to run things. But let's not get that confused with people who know what they're doing. People who know what they're doing, of course. And if I ask for your advice, I'm going to be receptive to that. But if I didn't ask for your advice, don't chime in to tell me that I'm running things wrong. Don't tell me what I need to do because I don't want to hear it.
Right. Yep. That's
Right.
and there may be some
And
people in here that's struggling with that right now too. So that's a good message to go out to them. Say, hey, you know what? Follow your own goals, follow your own heart, follow your own intuition. Because nine times out of 10, when you follow your own vision and you follow your own gut instinct, you really can't go wrong. Now you may not get there as fast as other people around you or what you may conceive, but you will get there. You just got to stay on path, just like you guys have been saying. So. Thank you guys for letting me sit in, and I'm going to open it up.
Absolutely.
Thank you, God.
All right.
Thank you so much.
That once you change behaviors and you realize that you're going to go forward or to take that leap, and counteract that self-doubt and go from A to B, you're going to get a lot of the people that were with you at A that don't want you to go to B.
Right.
Because once you go to B, they're by themselves. You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, there are people, the universe, as I tell you, I believe in laws of attraction, I teach that. But the universe is going to bring people in your sector or in your face to be able to help you. You're going to know what's helping, what's not helping, okay? Because you have higher faculties like intuition, perception. You have all of that working with you. So you're going to know what's helping, what's not helping. What I'm talking about is those people that you have encircled around you that were with you at A and don't want you to go to B. Okay? So, yes, those people I understand. But if you got some people who are knowledgeable, who know the business or know how to, has been there before, as Jamila was talking about, you can use those people as your anchor to try to get, help and content. But, then you have those who just don't want you to move because they don't want to see you move. So there's two different types of individuals that, you have to actually, figure yourself out with.
Yeah. And there's a lot of social pressures, too. And there's a lot of, everybody knows this now. There's so many experts out there. There's so many people who are expert in this and expert that, a coach in this, a coach in that, But, I'm really, yeah, and I'm really grateful. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just really. Okay, here we go. I'm just really grateful that I've built my bit. I've been building it for like 4 years, and it's finally like starting to take off. It's starting to grow. But I think back, in those 4 years of building it, you really don't see the light. You're like, man, I don't really have any money. I'm sleeping on my friend's couch. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, I'm a grown man. What's going on here? But, when that passion is in you, when it's just burning, that's all you can see is that, I can see something coming. I'm just going to keep because, once you think about it so much, it just gives you goosebumps, and you just can't get it out of your head and you just keep pushing. You just keep pushing. So the thing is really be cautious of the social pressure that is all around and all the noise, because there's so much noise now, that, people are trying to pull you in this direction and tell you, you should be doing this, you should be doing that. Oh, this is the best program. Oh, you ought to be doing Facebook ads this way, or whatever the case may be. It's a mess. So you just really have to guard your own mind. You have to guard your own mind. And like I said before, stick with your plan and just go full on. Yep, and just be a badass. Excuse me, that can't.
No, absolutely. But know this.
It's fine.
Know this, just so you know, you're going to make mistakes. But here's the thing about mistakes. Mistakes is great. It's a blessing because in order for you to know what not to do, you need that mistake. So mistakes are just tiny information that you need to know in order for you to know what not to do next time.
Yep.
So yeah, that's gonna happen. And self-doubt may creep in while those mistakes happen, but you got to understand that mistakes are just what you need to know in order for you to be successful. It's just some information, tiny information that is useful. So yeah, you're gonna have people come at you all over the place talking about you should do this, you should do that, blah blah blah, and it may make you crazy. But when you step out and step out on faith and do it, you're gonna make them. Know that mistakes will happen, please. And any entrepreneur, it doesn't matter. Mistakes is gonna happen. Okay. But
Yeah, I gotta take off. I'm sorry, guys. I gotta
I
take
don't.
off. One of the people.
Thanks for joining
Thank
us.
you so
Morpheus,
much.
you're welcome.
Thank you.
So I gotta take care of my website. He said the URL is not resolving, so I gotta bounce.
all right.
All right.
Thank
Bye bye,
you.
guys.
Thanks so much. Esther, you know what I say? I don't believe in mistakes or failures. I believe in experiences. We don't make mistakes. We make experiences. And in every experience, there's a lesson and a blessing, something to learn and something to teach. So if you change, again, it's about changing your
I can't
self-talk. So you,
I'm
and it's
sorry.
not
I'm
about
still here, aren't I?
lying to yourself.
We still hear you. Oh my
I'm
God,
like-
that's
You
so
are an
amazing.
audio.
I'm like so trying to get out of here.
Get out. No, just kidding. Is there anybody else who wants to
The
jump into the love seat and have some input or questions
Most
for us?
definitely. Who said
How have you overcome your self-doubt and got self-confidence? Share your story. We'd love to hear.
Or
have you? Dun, dun, dun.
It's all about perception.
Who's
Yes.
here? You know, if you don't jump in, I'm gonna start
Jaquima, would
calling
you like to
people
join
out.
our
That's what
love
I do.
seat?
Yes.
I think I pronounced your name correctly.
Dana Zaire, is that how you pronounce it?
Danaya?
Danaya
Donna
Azure.
You want
Okay. Come on, Jaquima. Come on.
Danaya.
Come on, girl.
I trained at work for about 5 years before I joined Toastmasters.
That's
Oh,
Tamika. Space Speakers Toastmasters are representing
Okay.
strong
have I
today.
met her before?
Probably
So-
once or twice. Yeah, she came in when you did your speech on
yeah.
Periscope.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh,
Danielle, what is your,
Yes.
you said mistakes are what again? I just want you to say what you
Experiences.
just said. Repeat what you said.
I don't believe in failures or mistakes. We don't make mistakes. We make experiences. And experiences are things that you learn from. In every experience, there is a lesson and a blessing. So something to teach you and something's for you to be a blessing to someone else.
Absolutely. So yeah. So that's gonna happen, and so take that as a blessing because that will help you learn what not to do and what's the next step to
Look who's
create.
here.
Gerald, come on, jump in the left seat. Oh, okay. We got Jaquima.
No,
21
Jaquima.
viewers.
Jaquima.
I just joined. I wanted to hear what
Wow.
you were talking about first.
She's so pretty.
Oh,
Welcome,
thank
welcome.
you. Thank you.
So what we were talking about is self-doubt. And a lot of people get that, whether it be personal or in business. So, what is your take as far as self-doubt? And how do you feel you can counteract that?
So I kind of, with self-doubt, I definitely believe it's real, it's reality. Whether we mention it, whether we really talk about it or not, it does come, especially when we feel like we have a history of failure. Or when we set high expectations for ourselves and don't really meet them. Rather we acknowledge them openly and publicly, rather we get sought out and kind of get caught out there, or rather we deal with it secretly. I think that there's a level of self-doubt that we all kind of have, or hesitation, so to speak, when trying to conquer different levels in our life. But I definitely agree with the executive that if you remain teachable, that you will it's always something to learn out of that mistake. Sometimes we move too fast when we weren't supposed to move, or we do things very slow and very relaxed and not moving at the pace that we should. But it doesn't mean that all is lost. It doesn't mean because you haven't conquered what you expected to conquer, doesn't mean that there wasn't hidden treasures or different jewels that you can take in to help apply for the next time. So I definitely, I'm very, but it's all about, to me, it's all about perception. It's how you view yourself going in and how you view yourself going out that will allow you to remain teachable. If you already go into your situation, with that doubt and that failure mentality, then ultimately that's what you're going to do.
Right.
Yeah, very good. And when you say you have to remain teachable, there are things everyone learns different. Some are just taking information and apply it, no problem.
Your audio's going in and out.
On behind. People have to. I would think someone may be able to hold something or show something one time and they get it. Sometimes it's about.
Yeah, we're losing you. We're losing you. I think we lost you, Danielle.
Some people fall on their behind.
There we go.
No.
I think we lost you. And we lost SJ. What's wrong with y'all internet? Y'all got the struggle net over there. Come on, y'all. Y'all need to get it together. SJ's on audio only.
SJ's audio
said,
only.
what's her name?
Oh,
the screen.
SJ.
The law.
Oh.
I can see it. You guys hear me now?
It's completely black. I can hear you, but it's black.
All right. We can hear you. We can hear you. We cannot see you. Okay, Danielle's gone. Okay, Danielle's back. SJ's gone.
Love technology.
There we go. Stay right there. Right there.
All right. So, Jaquima, what I was saying was when you say remain teachable, some people are able to be told or shown something when they apply it. Some people need to fall on their behinds. Some people need to get punched in the face, before they learn. Like when you tell a kid, don't touch the stove, it's hot. One kid might say, oh, hot. We don't like hot. Some kid might have to actually touch the stove to learn the lesson.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So to apply that to everybody, don't be concerned with if you don't get it the first time. You have to keep on going. Edison failed 1,000 times before he created the light bulb. Or another way to look at it is he found 1,000 ways to not make a light bulb. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a matter of your perception, and you have to maintain that sense of I'm learning. It's all a learning process. We're all here to learn.
Right.
Amen.
And what I mean by remain teachable, I mean more so, like you said, you can go into it and you can fall so many different times, but you don't give up. You understand that there's a process. You still have that determination. You're still willing to catch whatever it is that you can. For me, I try to juice out every little experience I possibly can when I go through things. When I know that I'm hitting a very hard or difficult task for myself, I really focus. I zero in on the teachable moments rather than focusing on the outcome response of the situation. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
I try to see where I can grow. What is it I can get out of this? What can I
she's frozen.
Apply to myself?
Everybody got the struggle net.
Does that make sense?
You froze.
Yeah.
Struggle net.
I can't hear you.
Yeah, I think we got it. And I think what the thing is that we as people, we get caught up in the emotion of disappointment when we don't achieve a goal the way we thought we ought to have done. So we have to keep reminding ourselves that just because it didn't work out doesn't mean it can't work out. We just need to know not to do it that way again.
Right. It all goes according to what you believe. Mm-hmm. What is your belief system? Okay? Because what you believe is equal to your faith. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if some people believe that they just are not going to be anything more than what they are already. Somebody actually believe that. So it takes them to recondition their selves, learn about themselves, and know that there is something else besides what they're thinking. So some people, it's all about their belief system, okay? Because some people believe so strongly that they are only able to do this much, and that's it. And they are strongly believing that. So it's all about your belief system and what you believe, because it's equal to the faith. And faith is very strong, especially when you have faith in something. So believing that they are not going to make it past this level.
Yes, and another way to move from self-doubt to self-confidence is taking small digestible steps, just breaking it up and compartmentalizing your journey into these small little steps. And over time, as you complete these small little steps, then, you know, small steps over time, small steps equals quantum leaps over time. So if you take those small steps, you know, 2 years from now, you look back and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm in a totally different place. But it's all about taking that first small step.
Right.
And the more of those small steps that you accomplish when you celebrate that achievement, even if it's just, whew, okay, got that done, or yay, you know, I got that done, the more encouraged you are to move forward and take more of those small steps.
That's right. That's why it's very important for you to write it down, because once you write it down and those accomplishments, you look at it, you see it for yourself of where you were and where you are now. That's going to help you. That's going to help you. That's going to help you to know that, hey, I can go now from B to C to D to E to F to the whole alphabet and beyond. But it all stems from you changing your rituals. You have to change your rituals. You have to change your habits. Some people are on autopilot of non-belief, that they can't believe. So they're on autopilot. You have to change that is by knowing and be what do you call it? To unwire whatever you have wired strongly within yourself. So you got to unwire. So it takes time. It takes time. So you'll eventually get there. You'll eventually get there.
Yep. So thank you, Jaquima, for joining us and offering your input. I really do appreciate it. I'm gonna open up the seat in case we have any more people. And I think, how are we doing on time?
It's 6:44. I have about 5 minutes, and then I have to jet out of here.
Okay. Yep. So we're doing pretty good, I think. All right. So if there's anybody else, just type in the comments if you want to jump in, and I'll open the seat.
Any questions? But yeah, you made a good point, Jamila. Definitely made a good point, and regarding, I would love to join you.
Come on in here, Cabrini.
1 second. Once we open up the seat, I think Jaquima's connection is preventing me from getting there.
Man, y'all talk about my internet. All of y'all got the struggle now. All of y'all.
We're all in the same boat. We're all in this together.
Yo, she said the struggle net. That is the first I ever heard that. Yo, I was laughing inside myself like, wow, I gotta use that.
Oh yeah, I got it.
Yo, you gotta copyright that, because that
it's open. That. Go ahead. I don't want it. You could
struggle net. You got the struggle net.
Okay, Jaquima.
Jumping out. Thank you.
And the law of F that wants to join.
We can get it.
Cabrini Schneider.
Okay, Cabrini.
Danielle, you just close her out of the seat.
I can't because it's not coming up. I can't see her.
Danielle,
to me it's blank. To me it's blank.
Oh.
So I can't do anything.
Wow.
Yeah, right.
Oh, okay, cut her off, I think.
Wait. There it is.
There it is.
All right.
There she is. Okay.
Good morning.
Hey.
Hi. Hi, Jamila.
Hey.
Hi. Welcome.
Thanks for joining us today.
Welcome to the Loves.
Hi, the executive. And hi, Inner Soul Development.
What's up?
Well, I love.
Cabrini, were you just blabbing earlier? Okay, awesome. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. So,
I love your topic. That's why I jumped in.
Okay. So what are your thoughts as far as self-doubt and counteracting that self-doubt?
Ooh, baby. First of all, you're always battling self-doubt. It always pops up at every moment. I've been a DNA entrepreneur for 30 years, and self-doubt always shows up. You know, when I close one business and try to open up another one, and, you know, I have to constantly keep elevating my inner core, especially when I created the law of fuck that. So that's when my complete self-doubt started, because fuck that actually is not just a bad four-letter word. It really is an acronym and a philosophy. So I had to really, really hone in on the core of who I am, so that I could take this philosophy and phraseology and share it with the planet. So my self-doubt actually kicked in really big, until I realized things happen all the time and I had to follow my own law that I created. So
so tell us about the law of fuck that. I love it. I just love saying it. I love saying it, by the way.
She had too much fun saying that.
God. So the law of fuck that stands for finally understanding common knowledge. Things happen all the time. That's why it's THATT, in life and in business. So I have found that a lot of my clients, people tend to do what they don't want to do. They lean towards what is comfortable as opposed to finding out what they want to do, because things are going to happen all the time anyway. So I teach people how to say fuck that to what you want, not to what you don't want. And fuck that is governed by 5 principles. So it's not just me running around telling people, you know, say fuck that. When I was on stage with Les Brown, you know, that was the first time I had the opportunity to share the law with people. And it really is important to, when I'm saying this phrase, that people, I want people, you know, fuck that is a very powerful word. Y'all know we can say it. As Black people, we say fuck that in a powerful way. But if we could say fuck that and it's towards what we want and we're changing lives, then it can really, really impact. So 5 principles. Number 1, make a decision. Number 2, trust your decision. Now, trust is very interesting. I had to keep looking up what trust meant. Where do I find trust for me? In Webster, in Wikipedia, trust was everywhere about trusting someone else. But there was nothing for me to read on how to teach people how to trust themselves, except when you make a decision that you want. That's when you find trust. Number 3 is focus. How do you stay focused on yourself? The way you do it is to make the decision of what you want. Number 4 is to take inspired action, not any action. And number 5 is to enjoy the journey along the way.
That's good. That's oh man, that's amazing. Yeah,
that's amazing. That really, I love really that.
Good. So it all comes down and it boils down. Say again.
You give me a reason. I'm sorry.
Executive, I can't hear you.
We can't understand you, Danielle.
So yeah, so it all comes down to actually
now.
Wait,
yeah.
Go ahead. What were you saying?
So it all comes down to just as she says, just making that decision and trusting in that decision.
No. It first comes down to finding out who the fuck you are. Finally understanding common knowledge are you?
Yes.
So before you can make a decision, before you can trust it, before you can take inspired action, before you can stay focused, you got to know who the fuck you are.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. You got to know where you are before you can know where you're going to try to go. Absolutely, I agree, 100%.
Yeah.
You got to know, because like I said, it's all we are conditioned. We're programmed. Like I teach that. So, you know, it's true. You have to know where you are in a span of time. It has to also go with your belief. What do you believe? Like I said earlier, what is your belief? Because some people have the belief system that they are just where they are. That's where they're going to be. That's it. That's their ceiling. They've hit their ceiling. So, you know, it's all about knowing where you are. As I said in the beginning, that's how you can be able to learn how to counteract self-doubt, because you have to know that you have the potential. You have to know that you are, you know, you are growing. You're going to your greater self.
So how do you know that? How do you know it?
Excuse me?
How do you know it?
Well, it's all about
when everything points to the not knowing.
Right. Everything points to the not knowing.
So how do you know it when things around you have pointed to the not knowing? Everything has fallen. Nothing has worked. How do you know in your core?
Because you know, everybody is basically using their decision based upon the five senses that they have: taste, touch, smell, hear, and so those five senses that they actually judge or decide how their life is going to be, but they don't know that they have higher faculties that could be able to help them. You have perception, you have will, you have drive, you have intuition, you have perception. So there's so many other qualities within yourself that people don't even know. In fact, people ignore. Half the people ignore intuition, half the people ignore perception, half the people ignore all these things that the universe is giving them to be able to do their journey in the right way. But like I said, you have to be able to say, you know what? Half the people don't know themselves. So you have to sit down and actually say, who am I? Where is this coming from? You know, it has to start from a beginning. You know, we are a product of repetition. Everything that we do we're a product of repetition. So in our environment. So, I mean, it's all, you know, we all got to learn each other. We have to learn ourselves. That's the first step. We have to learn ourselves, where we are. And we have to acknowledge it and accept it and embrace where we are. And once we do that, then we can start making some moves.
Right. I didn't get to hear what the I love your name, the executive. Oh no.
We can't hear you, Danielle. We cannot hear you.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, there you go.
I was saying, I typed it in the comments. I was saying, finally, as a minister, I have a reason to say fuck that and mean it.
Oh, right.
So I appreciate you.
Oh, that's right. You're a minister, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Oh.
That's
like, brilliant.
SJ, your audio is just now showing. Your video is gone.
Right.
Both of y'all got the struggle net. Y'all got the upgrade, y'all.
Look.
All right, but listen.
Yes.
We can hear you. Continue speaking.
Okay, then fine. That's perfect. Okay. So to answer like I said, I really like that fuck that type of concept.
It's not a concept, it's a philosophy. I have to constantly do this because I want in the beginning for people to take it seriously and not just think it's a concept. It is more than a concept. It is now a law. It is a law like the law of gravity. So whenever I'm sharing it with people, not that you were diminishing it or saying anything, the concept or whatever, it really is something that will become much like gravity and much like the law of attraction. When you use the law of fuck that, you are living the life of your dreams. You are standing out on a cliff and jumping to your greatness. That's to live a fuck that life.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I truly love it. I like.
I'm a fan.
Thank you.
I've been a fan.
Yes.
Ever since I saw you, I think it was Periscope. I was like, oh, fuck that. Yes.
And she brought in a good point. She said that damn, before I forget what my thought was, she said something about, oh man, I totally slipped. I just had
Watch
it
the
within 2
replay and then
seconds. I
scope
don't know
about
what
it.
happened to it. I gotta think about it. Oh, that's what I'll do. That's what I'll do. That's what. Oh, she said people. Okay, this is what she said. People focus on what you need to do is focus on what it is. I talk about this too. What it is that you want. Stop focusing on what you don't want. Focus on what you want. That's the most important thing. I talked about that in my last scope. I think focus on what you want, because what you don't want is always going to be around. It's going to be even worse. What you focus on what you want, then you'll be able to have a positive situation, because everything is negative. 80% of our thoughts are negative. You understand what I'm saying? So once you focus on what you want and stop focusing on what you don't want, the laws of attraction will work.
Fuck that.
Fuck that.
Fuck that.
Well. Oh, fuck that. Yeah, it was going to work. I agree 100%.
Thank you so much, Cabrini, for your...
Thank you guys for having me. But here's the other thing I thought about. I said, well, the good thing, the executive, when I go to churches and I'm sharing this with people, it's irrefutable. So the church people that want to say to me, well, ma'am, you can't say fuck that up in here. I'm like, okay, you are right. I cannot say it up in here, but it is an irrefutable law.
Because Jamila's audio only. Is she on her phone, or is it the struggle net?
She's got the struggle net going on.
Right. But wow. Thank you again so much for joining us in the love seat.
Thank you.
We look forward to seeing you again.
Okay, enjoy your Sunday.
Thanks, you too.
Monday.
Thanks so much.
Bye. Oh, I have to exit out, right?
That's all right. I got you.
Okay.
Thank you. Yep. See, the struggle is real. I can see and hear you just fine. Yeah, Jamila.
Oh, okay. Good. I didn't hear.
Jamila was at a moment. I think she's coming back. And I think we're going to go ahead and close it, and thank everybody so much for joining us here for living your purpose.
Yes. I thank everybody, all the 60 viewers that were in and out, the 15 viewers that are here now. We do appreciate every Sunday at 6 p.m. We'll be talking about living your purpose, different topics, different exciting things going on, guests and speakers and all that. We're definitely going to have a full lineup and content that's going to help you progress, whether you are you have personal goals, or if you have a business. Either way, you can learn a lot from the content of living your purpose.
We have people saying, why are you quitting and you just missed it? It's okay. Listen, we're on the record. We're not quitting. We just have to go and live our purpose. We can't just talk to you guys all day, as much as we would love to. But this will be available for replay. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining us again next week, 6 o'clock Eastern time. We will be here, same bat time, same bat channel. All right. So that's it, you guys. Have a fantastic week.
Thank you for joining us. I appreciate you guys. And you can follow me on Twitter if you want to connect with me at Jamila Corbett, JamilahCorbitt. You can also follow me on Periscope, because I like to drop nuggets and I brings the energy at Jamila Corbett, JamilahCorbitt. Looking forward to seeing you.
SJ?
Yes, and you can also catch me. My company is Inner Soul Development. That's www.INNERSOULDEVELOPMENT.com. Also, you can also catch me on Periscope, Inner Soul Development. I will be scoping here and there, and also Twitter. If you want to catch me on Twitter, it's Inner Soul Development as well. Everything Inner Soul Development. So definitely catch me, and I will be seeing you. No doubt about that.
Fantastic. And I am Danielle K. Anderson, also known here, Twitter and Periscope, as Danielle the VP. I am everywhere. Google me. Find me everywhere. Follow me everywhere. And again, thank you all so much. And we will see you next time.